welcome back to the channel. So, as you've seen from a couple of videos that I've put out, myself, Big Game Al and Eddie Rollercore, we went on a small road trip around the north of England, visited several game shops and also did some kind of touristy hiking and stuff in the lakes. And this is basically what I picked up. I'm going to split it into sort of two sections. I'm going to do the stuff that we got in game and CEX, and then go through the shops. I didn't actually capture any shop footage this time, just purely because I was having a laugh and kind of concentrating on picking stuff up. So without further ado, let's get on with the pickups. A bit out of practice, not done this for a while. So the first game I picked up is my only non-green spine of this CEX bundle, and that is Super Dungeon Bros. This I got in game along with another sorry, as part of the 3 for 2 that game have. I've taken the stickers off of it. Yeah, it's a kind of 8-bit dungeon crawler, dungeon brawler. It looks okay. I think I picked it up because Eddie suggested it. And then we will move on to the green that everybody doesn't love, but I do. So let's get on with this. So first up, I picked up Rogue Trooper. So this is kind of a, I'm sorry, I forgot where I was going there. It's an action shooter, but I have the remaster on the Xbox One, so I'm looking forward to giving it a go on the Xbox. And only on title, we have Magic Battlegrounds. So Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds. It's kind of a fantasy battleground dungeon crawler. I know I said I was going for the backwards compatible set and also the only on, but I've opened that up a bit across the 360 and the original Xbox, and I've picked up games that I actually want to play, so I have a larger selection to go at. Next up is Dinotopia, the Sunstone Odyssey. So what's not to love? It's a fantasy adventure set around dinosaurs. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a go on that. Taz Wanted. I don't know much about this game. 10 crazy costumes from hip hop rapper to a cool surfer dude. Like I said, I don't know much about the game. It looks like a kind of, it's a platformer, but a free roaming platformer. I just liked Taz as a character, so I wanted to play that. And the last of the original Xbox, we have Enclave. Again, it's sort of a third-person fantasy combat action game. I watched some footage of it and I liked the look of it, so I decided to pick it up. Okay, from there we will move on to the 360, and the first game I picked up is a backwards compatible game. That is Persona 4 Arena. So it's an RPG, I believe. I actually thought it was a fighting game, if I'm honest, but according to the back, it's a sequel to the most stylish RPG ever. An Atlas game. I don't know, I picked it up. So I bought Ninja Gaiden 3, sorry, thinking it was the backwards compatible one, but it's not. The backwards compatible one was Razor's Edge, which this is. Turn it the right way. So we were in, I got this in Preston. It has a code there, I don't know what the code's for. We were in Blackpool and there was a game that I wanted in Preston and one I wanted in Preston, so Eddie kindly drove us over to Preston on the way back to dropping me off and picked it up. Next up, 007 Quantum of Solace. Another one of those games, not backwards compatible, but I just want to give it a go. I think I might have. Do I have it on anything else? I don't think I've got it on anything else actually. It would be one of the other Bond games. We have Dishonored. I've got the Arcane trilogy, so I can play this on the Xbox One, but I wanted to pick up the original Dishonored game as well. And lastly, on the 360, we have the Alien Breed trilogy. Alien Breed 1, 2 and 3. it's a arcade shooter style gameplay. I'm aware of the games, I've just never played them. Okay, on to the Xbox One. First game up is This War of Mine, the little ones. I think I've got this on Games with Gold, but I wanted the physical copy of it as well. Then a game that Al suggested to me, which is No Straight Roads. He said that that Rob Gernardino picked it up recently, which when I watched his pickups video, yes, he had picked it up. It's I think it's sort of like a rhythm style game, where you rhythm style with fighting. But Al basically said Rob had picked it up, so I thought if Rob's picked it up, it might be a decent game, so I'll pick it up. Okay, in the other 3 for 2, along with that PlayStation 4 game, I got Chronos Before the Ashes. So this is a Souls-like game. Apparently this is a sequel. Atmospheric RPG. Again, not something I know much about, but I just liked the artwork that was on there. You can't really ever tell anything from the back of a game anymore. The screenshots aren't very good. And same with this, it's another one I'm aware of the name of the game, I've just never bothered with it, and that is Risk of Rain 2, and this includes Risk of Rain apparently. Hopefully that's on the disc and it isn't a download. But again, another game that I want to have a go at. So the last CEX game sort of pickup is a belter of a pickup. We were in a game, I think it might have been in Bradford. Might have been one of the first ones on the road trip, and Eddie was talking to Al at the 3 for 2 section for Xbox, and he picked up a steelbook, and he said to Al, take this to the till, you'll get this special edition. But Al was like, nah, I don't want to get there, and just hand me the steelbook. So I went to the till with this steelbook. I didn't get it on the 3 for 2 actually. I paid for it along with No Straight Roads, I think. And that is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So this is the collector's edition, includes the steelbook case, the game DVD, the art book, piano case, music CD, and original music MP3 download. I actually got this for £10. So yeah, I was well pleased with that. £10 for a sealed copy of that game is fantastic. I need to keep looking at game for these bonuses. So that's it. That's the game and CEX stuff. I'm just going to do a quick cut now, go through the shop stuff and tell you the shops where we got them. I'm back in a second. Okay, so moving on to the shop stuff, and along with visiting these shops, there was a couple of other YouTubers that we met up with. I got a couple of gifts from them. The first couple that we met up with were Sean Retro Games Revived, and also David Birdsall of David's Retro Games Play Badly. And one of the shops when we came out of, I think it was Direct Deals, David brought a load of games with him that they were his duplicates, and he particularly put one in that I liked the look of, and that was ECW Anarchy Rules. Game I want to play, so I grabbed that, and along with that we also went up into the northeast, and we met we went to see his games room actually. We saw Marcus from Dan and Lads Gaming, and Marcus again opened up a load of his duplicates, and he's like, is there anything any of you want? Al got the manual for this, but I just wanted to play the game, so I picked this up, and that was Xbox Live Arcade Unplugged. So it includes PodCat 2 Bejeweled, Geometry Wars, Wick, Fables and Souls, Texas Hold'em Poker, Outpost Coloki X, and Hardwood Backgammon. It's a printed cover. I'm not really fussed about that. It's a game I just want to play the game. So yeah, so it was great of Marcus and also David to offer us those. Saw both of the games rooms, and oh my god, they are immense. Not shit tips like mine are at the minute. Mine is at the minute. Eddie and I will testify to that. I hadn't tidied up. and this doubles as my office as well. So there was just a lot of rubbish around, and I just needed it. Basically, it's a lot tidier now. I just didn't get a chance to tidy it up before Eddie and Al got here. So yeah, they got to see it at its worst, and hopefully I will eventually get that dreaded room tour done. Anyway, enough about my inability to tidy up. So from there, the first shop we went to was BSX, but that was closed, unfortunately, so we didn't actually get into there. From there we went to Direct Deals, and in Direct Deals managed to pick up a couple of things. So first up, I picked up a copy of WWF No Mercy on the N64. It's one of the wrestling games that I've wanted for a while, but whenever I've looked for it, nobody's had a copy. It's one that I have fond memories of. I really did enjoy it. And along with that, I also picked up another original Xbox game, Mashed. Now, I'm not a big racing game fan, but I like the look of it. It was like a Burnout style racing game, so grabbed that. Was told it was a pretty good game, to be fair. And then for the caravan, Eddie had brought his Switch. He forgot the dock, but he brought the Switch. So we were talking about games, and I needed to pick a copy of this game up anyway for myself. So when we were in Direct Deals, I spotted it, and I picked up Mario Kart Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. It's actually in the Switch at the minute, but yeah, so I picked that up. Ended up playing it on my my Switch Lite, because it was the way that we were going to be playing it on Eddie's Switch as well, because he forgot his dock. Yeah. So from there we went to where do we go? We went to Doorway to Darkness in Doncaster. Again, looking through, he had some new stock that he didn't have the last time. I'm surprised that the Girth man hadn't raided him, to be honest. But I picked up quite a few Xbox games again. It's going to be Xbox heavy. There are some non-Xbox things, as you've seen from the N64, but mainly it will be Xbox. First game up is Broken Sword, The Sleeping Dragon. I think I got Broken Sword 5 on the Xbox One, and I've played through Broken Sword 1 recently as part of the 52 game challenge. I think I'm going to try and play them all. I believe this was Xbox PC exclusive. I may be wrong. It might have been out on the PS2. It's not an only on title, but I want to have a go at them. I played one or two multiple times, but I haven't played through any of the others. So I think this is the third one, and then or is it the fourth one? So the third or fourth. Then one is a PC exclusive. Then there's 5, which is on the Xbox One. I also grabbed a copy of Reservoir Dogs. Again, another game I just want to play. Completed the Batman subset on the Xbox and got Batman Begins. Again, it's another one of them that I'd like to play. All of these are complete with manual, by the way. An extra piece of paper in there. Then a couple of only on titles, 2 to check off. First up, Kingdom of Fire, Under Fire Heroes. I thought I had this, but I actually have the other one. And then one of the titles I've not seen out and about anywhere, and that was Toe Jam and Earl 3, Mission to Earth. Again, another only on title. So yeah, that was Doorway to Darkness. From there, Eddie, I think. Let me think. Eddie Eddie posted in the group a shop that he'd seen somebody else go to. I'm trying to remember who it was, and it was Retro Ed. Retro Ed had been there with the Gerfmeister, and yeah, so we decided it's not that far from Doorway to Darkness, so let's do that as our kind of last stop of the day, and then we'll stop and we'll grab some food and stuff. So I went in again, some more titles. The titles that I want to play. One I'm really over the moon with. Say over the moon. I'm pleased that I got it, and I got it at a decent price as well. So game that I'm really have I seen it? I don't think I've seen it complete. but that is Splat Renegade Paintball. Don't know how a paintball game will play on the original Xbox. I'm imagining it's going to be a first-person shooter style. And then I picked up Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. The last Unreal game I needed, another only on title, that was Unreal 2, The Awakening. Now I thought I had it, but turns out I didn't. It wasn't an expensive game, even if I did. The original Mafia. Now I've played the remasters, so I'm curious to see how it'll play on the original Xbox. The first Burnout, because it's the one that I didn't have. And lastly, the one that I'm pleased with. I basically said to him, I said, look, can we come to some sort of a deal on the price? And he's like, well, I can knock you 10% off if you pay for cash, 5% if you pay in card. It's like, right, okay, I'll go and grab cash. So I picked up Jet Set Radio Future. It's not a cheap title. I got 10% off of it, so that's $4.50 off of it. I basically got it for 40 quid, which is probably about what it is in... one more from Sore Thumbs as well, because I've been an idiot and took it to one side. I got a copy of Men of Medan on the Xbox One, so I'm trying to stack these so that I got them in order. Then what did we do? So we stopped then, and then the morning after we got up, first place we went to was York. We went to Sore Thumbs in York. Didn't have much in that I wanted, but he had a couple of Game Boy games. The first one up, I got these thinking, oh, I can play them on my Super Game Boy player, but I'll not be able to. I'll be able to play one, but not the other, so I play it on my my DS. The first one is WWF Betrayal. I've never played it, not seen it, and the other one was WWF Superstars. They weren't expensive. I got them both for a tenner, I think. So yeah, that was Sore Thumbs. From Sore Thumbs, where did we go? From Sore Thumbs, I can't remember where we went. I think we went Sore Thumbs. Then we tried to go to... Eddie wanted to go to Gaming Galaxy, but it was closed. We went into a few of the CEXs, and then we went to an amazing hotel that Eddie had booked us into. God, I'm never letting him choose a hotel again if we ever do these. What I'll do is I'll cut some footage in of the hotel, and then we'll come back. So yeah, that was a lovely hotel, wasn't it? Yeah, enough said about that, the better. From the hotel, which was in Stockton, we went into Stockton and grabbed some breakfast at Norton Cafe, which was really nice. It was a good breakfast. The first place that I've been to that actually served me bacon really crispy. He did a good job on the bacon. So yeah, we went from there. We went to I think it's called Super Games World. It was closed in Middlesbrough, but we walked up into Middlesbrough town centre a bit, had a look around the charity shops, and they went into the CEX and the game. Walking back to the car, and he was open. And we went in, and there wasn't anything that I saw in there that I particularly wanted, but I did manage to grab one thing. I was going to buy this on the Switch, thinking it was a completely different game. I didn't realise that it had been released on the Xbox. Sorry, no, the Wii U copy of this. But I picked up Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, so it includes all of the Shovel Knight games, I believe. This game I've been meaning to pick up. I've just never bothered for whatever reason. Then from there we headed back down the other coast. So I don't know, am I missing a day? No, I don't think I am. We headed back down the other coast and we went to a shop called Play A1 Games. Play A1. Again, it was another one. He wasn't open. It was in Guisborough, I believe. So we went. Yeah, so we went from there. We went to Guisborough before we went back down the coast. He wasn't open. We had a walk around, and then he was open. So I picked up a few games in there. First up is The Surge on the Xbox One. Now I picked up Surge 2 from Al. I wanted to play The Surge before I played Surge 2, so grabbed a copy of that. And a game that has just gone off of Game Pass that I was enjoying before we went on the road trip, so I knew I needed to pick a copy of it up. That was Plague Tale: Innocence. It was a really good game, set in France during plague times. The sequel's due out soon. I'm going to finish that off. It's actually in the machine at the minute. And then I also picked up a NES game, and that is Dream Master. It is called something else. Little Nemo Dream Master. I was looking at it online. I looked at some footage of it, and he said, "Oh, it's a decent game." So I decided I'd pick that up. So yeah, from there we decided, we'll head down the coast, down the opposite coast. We'll get to the caravan that we were staying in. We knew we were only going to be doing sort of game hunting for the first few days, and then we were going to do some of the touristy stuff. And we were like, well, we might as well hit Lee's Games in Morecambe. And when we went in there, it's probably one of the best stock game shops I've seen, especially in the north. Had loads and loads of stock. Not as much as Nick at Vintage Gamer, but he still had loads of stock. He's definitely one of the best I've been in. His original Xbox stock was immense. He had some stuff in there that I'd not seen out and about ever. So I managed to pick some of this stuff up. So the first game that I picked up was Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder. Trucking game. It's pretty fun. Enjoyed playing the first one. So yeah, grabbed the second one. Then grabbed a copy of Arctic Thunder. Everywhere I was looking for this, it was about 12 quid, so I never bothered picking it up. And then when I saw it at 4 quid in Leeds, I was like, yeah, we'll grab that. Don't know how much I paid for this, but I got Battle Engine Akira. It's a mech game. Looks interesting. The Incredibles: Rise of the Underminer. Incredibles platforming game. Not much I can really say about it. Gladiator: Sword of Vengeance. Again, it's another one of them. It's a Gladiator game. There's it's a combat game, so we'll get another one I'm looking forward to. Dead to Rights, so the sequel to Dead to Rights. Again, I've not seen this out and about, and just I had to grab it. Carmen Sandiego: The Secret of the Stolen Drums. American Chopper. So this is out of stock in CEX, along with the sequel. So I was pleased to spot that. And the last one from there was Showdown Legends of Wrestling. That was everything from there. So we got to, on the Thursday we did all the walking stuff that I've put a video out of. Did the touristy stuff, walked around Windermere, and then on the Friday said, oh, you know what, let's do a couple of CEXs. We went to Lancaster and Preston, and we went into Blackpool. So we went into Eclipse Games in Blackpool, and he didn't have much in that I was after, but I spotted this in his Wii U section, and that is Darksiders, the War Mastered Edition. I got it because I'm curious to see how it plays on the Wii U. And yeah, that was everything that I picked up on the road trip. Lots in CEX, quite a bit everywhere else. All that's left me to do is thank you for watching. I have been the Ink Northerner. I will catch you on the next one.